Hey guys, what's up? I got a couple things to show you. Actually, both of these bands I discovered at the same show. Just one of them had physical media for sale there. One didn't. Have to go online to get it. But yeah, so let's go and show it off. Discover these bands at a free show at Mobile Skate Park. I love going to shows over there. It's a cool place to go. I think some bands have been playing in other parts of the skate park, but I really like when they're playing like down in the actual bowl of the skate park. Because if you're into moshing, you can go down there and do that, or if you're like me, you can kind of sit at the edge, kind of enjoy the bird's eye view. But I just love going to shows in weird places like that. Anyway, one of the bands there was Lucid. This is their EP. Meadowview, Meadow Lake. So they're a shoegaze band. Funnily enough, they actually have a dedicated lead vocalist. Not very many shoegaze bands actually have somebody who's focused specifically on vocals. They're usually going to be playing guitar as well, but the funny thing is she wasn't there that night, so that's kind of like a big member to be missing. So their guitarist did all the vocals. He normally does like a co-lead type thing. If you're familiar with I'd say particularly like the Pensacola and other parts of Florida music scene, there's a pretty strong shoegaze scene, but a lot of it I'd kind of describe as sort of more of the 90s alt-rock version of shoegaze, comparable to bands like Smashing Pumpkins and Hum. This is like more of the classic My Bloody Valentine type sound. It's more dreamy, floaty, ambient, I'd say. And I'd say one thing that kind of particularly defines their sound is a lot of cadences. There's a lot of parts where the chords just kind of ring out for a bit, and then they just kind of come right back in. Reminds me a lot of one of my favorite REM songs, Let Me In. REM's definitely not a shoegaze band, but I'd say Let Me In's kind of the honorary shoegaze song that they did. And there's a part about halfway through where it just kind of cuts out and then comes right back in that I think is kind of comparable to what they do on several of their songs. But yeah, packaging's pretty straightforward. See, it's kind of upside down, but you got their logo there with the cat. Got the lyrics there, so pretty cool. All right, next up, got a package to open up. Like I said, this is also from one of the bands there. Another EP. I believe this is going to be my last two EPs that I'm going to be getting for this year. They're actually released this year, so hopefully I'll get around to doing my 2025 EP review video. Of course, I actually just listened to this right before I made this video. Maybe my third time I've listened to it since I got it. This show was maybe 2 weeks ago. But yeah, this was another new discovery band that was there. Let's see, doesn't feel like there's anything extra in there. From Commoner, we have Change of Heart. They're kind of a heavy alt-rock type deal. I'd say they kind of remind me a lot of the 2000s. They have kind of more of that sleek, polished sound more than the classic, what I think of classic, at least 90s alt-rock sound. But I like their songs. I think they got a cool sound. So I will say that I kind of like the spray painted look of this cover. I've always been into the art. I've mentioned it a few times. I dabbled in this type of thing a little bit. Not to much particular success, which is why I haven't really fucked around with it in probably at least 10 years. you know, living in an apartment, you know, it's good to have proper backyard or garage space, or some place that you're okay with getting painted, and you're not renting out later. So I probably won't be doing that anytime soon. Now, trying to figure out which way the okay. Kind of hard to take in that whole picture, but you can kind of make out a band picture with some sort of graphics edited over it and got lyrics on it. It's on this colored kind of gray marbled vinyl. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, check out Lucid, check out Commoner, two really cool bands that I discovered recently. So there are two shows happening during my days off tonight and tomorrow, and just kind of given my track record with insomnia and having a longer drive than most to go shows, I'm going to say most likely I'm going to make only one of them, but yeah, I might make No Complications tonight in Fairhope, and I might make Outlook Bleak and Stuffy tomorrow in Pensacola. We'll see how it goes. I say I'll probably make one. I probably won't make the other. I'm not committing to any one. I mean, hopefully I can make both. But like I said, I have insomnia and I have long drives to make to go to these. So we'll see when we get there. But yeah, if I do that, I'll have footage from that. Got a few more packages on the way too, so keep an eye out for that. And I'll see y'all later.